it's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Lamar throwing again. Connects with Bateman. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Jackson now on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Packers at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Going run again with Jacobs. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Love from the gun. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Green Bay touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Wallace with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. From the 37. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Finding Flowers. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Slot man motioned over. Jackson yet again. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. And again, it's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that. Getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Jackson's going to go on fourth. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take the lead just before halftime. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. On 1st and 10, here's Love. He puts some juice on a deep throw. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Thrown on 1st down, Love. He's on the move. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Love out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
He's got this at the 27. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And it'll be their football. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The rookie out of Alabama, there on the tackle.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 1. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Throwing the out route complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Just a tremendous effort from the defense there. A sense of urgency on 1st down in the red zone. Got to find a way to knock this offense backwards, and the defense just did.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Working quickly here. Now Jackson on 3rd down. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing, Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Love. He's going to push one deep down the... Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
No, we changed it. 13.
1st down throw for Jackson. Henry on the catch. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense in the hurry up here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep the quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Jackson now on 3rd. Gets this to Bateman. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 1st down, Jackson connects with Bateman. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, Jackson. Has it in close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
So out now comes the punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. He has it at the 22. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, the offense wanted to spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Blitz coming, Lamar. Into the hands of Walker. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21.
Packers 38. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they'll have to swallow a loss on the play as he's touched down behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Love out of the shotgun. He fires one deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Third and long, here's Love. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
First down, here's Lamar. Throw left side, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. We're going to have a stoppage here as we look to see that's Rashad Bateman, who was injured on the play. He's being tended to. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
He's got it! And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Jackson's gonna throw again. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens keep at